They claim that rivalries are created from fire. Sunday at the Charlotte Roval was a scorcher. Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin, and Joey Logano are three names that now elicit yells, boos, and dashed dreams. The final lap was more than simply a race, it was a struggle. And as the dust fell, someone's dream had died, someone's heart broke. Let us start with Ross Chastain. He entered the event knowing he had no margin for mistake. He made a mistake early on. "I'd restart the whole day," he subsequently said. He accelerated on pit road and miscalculated the exit, running off the end of pit road because he thought I had more room and was just trying to get to the yellow line and just completely started the downfall there. He referred to those errors as unforced errors. Just horrible. Trackhouse's over 200 employees are heartbroken. Not acceptable. He felt the weight not only for himself, but for everyone who had put their faith in him. He had speed, he believed in the car and the team, but at those crucial moments he cracked. Despite his blunders, he still had a chance. On the last lap, he led the cut line. In his mind, and according to many reports, if he held on, he would advance. But Denny Hamlin, moving quickly, passed him. That was when everything detonated. Hamlin's pass loosened Chastain's stranglehold on progress, allowing Joey Logano to get through. Logano, who had been lurking behind, took the top spot in the standings, ending 4 points ahead. So here's the drama. Chastain, desperate for a crack at the round of 8, made a move that no one could ignore. In the final bend, he drove deep, jumped the curb, ran into Hamlin's rear, spun him out, and then spun himself. But he wasn't finished. In complete confusion, he placed the car in reverse and backed across the finish line. Cars passed him by, and the track was a complete wreck. By barely inches and heartbreak, Logano crossed just ahead and secured the berth. The Hail Melon gamble for 2022. This time, it failed. Chastain was defeated by barely 4 points. However, Denny Hamlin did not lash out. He maintained some forgiveness, or at least restraint. "No, I don't fault Ross at all," he responded. "I just wish I knew so I could have been either prepared or made a different decision." Hamlin stated that he was unaware of the point situation between Chastain and Logano. He stated that if he had known, he would have backed off or taken a safer approach. On pace, the one is faster than the 22, but obviously, "The 22s probably have a leg up there," he said. "I wish I knew." There were only crickets. Nobody said anything, and nobody told me anything. I wish they did. Later they met privately. They went away from the media together. It appeared calm, almost brotherly. Old rivals, yet in that moment, perhaps mutual respect prevented the storm from worsening. They crashed, whirled, crushed, and then walked away side by side. That's the paradox of racing. You battle harder than everyone else, yet if you're lucky, you can still nod to each other afterwards. Then there is Joey Logano. He sat in the wings waiting for an opportunity to strike. He needed pandemonium, he needed mistakes, he received both. With a P20 finish, he advanced. Barely. He rejoiced. The crowd booed. He embraced it. "Hey, we're still in, we're still alive, baby," he exclaimed, smiling. Such a close finish, and to come down to a tie there basically at the end before the wreck. He credited his team, Paul Wolfe, for the late race calls. He defended the playoff structure, describing it as wicked for its drama. He maintained on one point that the cutoff's intentions were real. The playoffs create drama. 1 point would have been the difference there, he told ESPN. So we have it. Chastain in tears of sorrow, Hamlin divided between strategy and ignorance, and Logano, devilish grin and all, moving on to the next round. However, this is only part of the narrative. In part 2, we'll delve deeper into how the fans reacted, what this means for all three of them moving ahead, and whether that private chat foreshadows a larger storm to come. What happens as the fire continues to burn? When the checkered flag waves but the anger roars louder than the engines? That is where we are now. The race is over, but the meltdown is still seething. Ross Chastain described it as heartbreaking. However, what happened at the Roval goes beyond sadness. This wasn't simply another race gone wrong, it was his entire season, his redemption arc, his chance at a title, crushed in the final 20 seconds. After the race, Chastain made no excuses. He accepted the blame, fully, brutally, and publicly. "I will wake up tomorrow and go right back to work," he told me. But how do you truly move on when you've spent your entire life chasing a dream that fails in the final chicane? Let's be honest, Ross Chastain is no stranger to desperation. He's the person that did the Hail Melon in 2022, riding the wall like a video game character to earn a position in the championship 4. That move established him as a legend. What about this one? It made him the man who wrecked Hamlin and lost. And that is a totally different type of headline. Chastain made a deliberate move, not a wild one. He understood the math, he spotted the line, he went for it. It simply didn't work. Here's when things get messy. Denny Hamlin says he does not blame Ross. However, you can hear the frustration simmering underneath. "I would have made the best decision for me," Hamlin explained. "I didn't know if I was running for 10th or 25th. That was not just a reflection, it was a punch. He was criticizing his own staff for keeping him in the dark about the stakes. If someone had spoken up, if he had raised just slightly and let Chastain pass, Joey Logano would have been eliminated. And now, Logano is still alive, lurking, and deadly. Let me repeat. If Denny Hamlin had backed off, Joey Logano would have been eliminated. Instead, the man he could have removed may win the entire thing. That is why this isn't finished. That's why fans, teams, and even drivers are eyeing each other in the pits. Joey Logano may be smiling right now, but there's stress in every pit box from here to Phoenix. Fans booed him as he was interviewed after the race. Logano did not back down. He soaked it up. That's for me, so they're booing that? "Oh well," he said, smirking. Then came the line that had every Chastain fan screaming at their screen, "We're still in, we're still alive, baby." This is Joey Logano's playbook: drama, turmoil, and survival. He did not need to win. He only needed to be standing when the smoke cleared, which he was. This man has built a career out of dancing on the verge of trouble. And now he's advancing to the round of 8, posing a genuine threat to win title number 4. You do not have to adore him. In fact, Logano seemed to prefer that you don't. But make no mistake, he is here, and you should keep a tight eye on him. Meanwhile, NASCAR fans are split down the middle. Some claim Chastain's desperation was noble. Others claim it was reckless. Some argue that Hamlin should have assisted Logano be eliminated. Others believe the mayhem is all part of the game, and Logano, he's out there applauding the system that let him live. "The playoffs create drama," he remarked. "I don't understand what people don't like about it." Maybe he is right. Maybe that is the point. Because on Sunday, everyone was chatting. This is not about Shane Van Gisbergen dominating the race. Not about the brawl between Larson and SVG. No, everyone was talking about a single corner, wreck, or event that defined the day. So, the issue is, was this just a race gone wild? Or have we just witnessed the beginning of something much bigger? Because when Chastain returns to work, he isn't just thinking about what went wrong, he's also thinking about payback. When Hamlin enters the next round, he's not just fighting for the championship, he's racing with sorrow, and when Logano returns to Las Vegas with the spotlight on him, he knows the boos will only become louder. And thus this drama concludes with an open road and open wounds. The round of 8 has begun, the stakes are higher. What about the tempers? Hotter than ever. And Joey Logano? He's smiling his way right into your nightmare. But tell me, did Ross Chastain go too far? Should Denny Hamlin have lifted? Is Joey Logano the true villain in this turbulent tale? Please share your ideas below. This drama is still ongoing.